All right, hello everybody. This is the Kubernetes SIG architecture production readiness sub-project meeting. It's a mouthful for September 23rd, 2020. So David, you were saying something.
Yeah, there are a few features that people have noticed have been in beta for a long time and are looking to move GA. And among them are PDBs, pod disruption budgets. I suspect that most people who would attend this call actually know what those are, but they basically keep a certain number of pods from stopping at the same time, at least unintentionally. And that's really useful for certain kinds of workloads to make sure like you don't bring down 2 out of 3 SEDs at the same time, as a for instance. It's been there in beta since 1.5. And I think our production survey has shown us that basically everyone runs with the beta features turned on. And so I'm wondering if that is a strong enough reason to just go ahead and say, like for PDBs, I don't know there's much more we think needs to be done. Like I think the feature's basically done. It seems to be fairly reliable. People have been able to use it for almost 4 years. Do we just want to try to promote as is? Would we force additional metrics to be collected for it, even though we haven't needed them yet? I think there's going to be a couple things like this.
I'm taking notes. I don't know, that's a good question. I guess it'll kind of depend on how much effort we're talking about. Like do we have a list do we have a punch list of what people think needs to be done yet? Done still? Why hasn't it graduated before? Just people just didn't bother, or what?
I think it's because we didn't bother, right? It existed. I don't know if it existed before KEPS. It might be before KEPS. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah, probably.
It's old.
1.5, you said? Yeah, it's way before KEPS.
Yeah, that's right. Because KEPS came about after the 1.9 refactor. So I think we just didn't even think about it. I guess I don't even know if we have a KEP for it.
Yeah, I mean, the other, well, yeah. So I think we need to put together a punch list. I don't know that we need to go retroactively write a KEP. That seems like way too much paperwork. So in my mind, we do need a punch list. I think we want to understand and look at the questions and see if there's any gaps. Even if we haven't needed them, there's probably nothing significant. So I wouldn't imagine there's something stopping it from going to beta, from going to GA. Given it's been sitting there for so long, and I don't know of any incidents or anything. Certainly could look into it, whether we've had incidents. I don't know if Wojtek knows anything.
Yeah, for PDB, I'm not aware of any like issues that like we have to solve like before GA. Like there is also like cron job that we were briefly discussing with David. For that, I actually think there is a bunch of work to do. But for PDB, I wasn't also like deeply following what is happening there, but I'm not aware of anything that like really has to be done to GA. Like I've heard about like feature requests for that, but I don't think these are really blocking GA-ing it as is.
Okay, so I guess we will probably be the people who also were involved in the conversation about how to get it to GA. So that'll make it easy. I agree that cron jobs, in particular, from the list, and we do have a list of things that are impacted, although we didn't assess all of them. cron jobs definitely have more work to do. But I think we're doing actually pretty good on the list of existing beta APIs.
Yeah, well, to be clear, the perma-beta, no perma-beta API cap has provided some leverage internally, right? So it's useful. It's useful to me.
I can neither confirm nor deny that such a thing may or may not have occurred to me in writing that.
Yeah, I suspect it's useful for you as well.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Okay. So definitely, I agree. Those are things that are that have some urgency, and I want to have some. Oh, you put it. Let's see. So there's some other ones in here.
I think we're doing pretty well on the other enhancements in the list, right? I know Manche is looking at cron jobs. There's a guy named Ale who was actually trying to look at the code. I don't know if he made progress. We got CSRs done. Pod security policies are just going to die. Events moved to V1 last release. I think ingress has moved last release as well. Either that or they're moving in 120.
I think they might have missed it last one. But yeah, that's kind
of runtime class. I thought Google was working on that. I guess I don't know for sure. That was the one that Tim Allclear was working on, but he just moved, didn't he? Went to Apple.
I believe so. You no longer with Google.
Yep.
That one, I suspect you guys may want to follow up on, because it was a basis of one of those container hypervisor things, right?
Yeah, I mean, like you need it for, like we need it for gvisor or something like that, right? So,
it makes sense for, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that. Yeah, I'll follow up on that. Make sure that that's moving forward. I think the Node team's on that.
Okay.
I'm not concerned.
I guess if we have to prioritize readiness reviews, I would probably prioritize readiness reviews for these APIs if they're trying to graduate. If they're just trying to shift to another beta, I think they can stay as they are.
So let's see, these, they're announcing on 19, they're deprecating no later than 122 and removed no later than 1.5. So there's time, but no.
There is, but some things like the changes for cron jobs are actually pretty significant.
Yeah, I know that one in particular needs time. So now is the time to do it. So I heard through the grapevine that you folks have some people working on it. Is that accurate?
I can take this. Like I already started. Like I already did a pass on the SCEP for cron jobs, so I'm happy to take that.
Okay, great. But David, I think you guys had somebody devoted to it. You may have just said it, but I think I heard that from someone in that.
Yeah. So Manche, he works for Red Hat. He's looking at it, and then there was another developer who was interested named Ale, but I don't know the current status there. Manche probably would.
Okay.
Like I was talking with Maciej like today. Like he is actually in Poland, based in Poland, so it's
really?
It's easy for me to communicate with him. So, yeah, there is a PR. I didn't yet look into the PR itself, but like what he said to me is that it seems to be roughly working already. I'm not sure like in what shape it is, whether it has tests and stuff like that, but it seems that there's at least something here in terms of code already also. And the cap, I think, is in pretty good shape. So, I mean, it doesn't have like PRR filed, for example, but I think it's also quite, it's not super sophisticated in this case, I think. Or it won't be.
I had a couple production downs over that. So
yeah, but I think
I'm gonna pressure Mache to go ahead and fill that section in.
sure.
Yeah.
I definitely think, but agree. But I think that given that we already are running both in Red Hat and in Google in production for a long time, we know all of those, or at least many of those.
We know many of them. Yes.
Okay, well, I suspect we're going to get a bunch of PRR reviews coming in soon, so I hope people are ready for that. But I don't have anything else right now. I think we do have that little tool if you find it useful to search for things you're assigned.
Do you mind linking that to me in Slack so that I can have it up?
Yes, I mean it's a CLI tool you have to build out of the enhancements repos,
Yeah,
but it's pretty basic.
I'm qualified.
You qualify to be that. You can handle that. Yeah, I'm gonna check in one small change to it that I tried because before this meeting I'm like I'll go see if I have any, and then I found out it like if people nest their caps under directories, then it was puking on that, so I had to fix it. But that's fixed now, and I just have to submit the PR. But yeah, anyway, it at least gets us to see what we're assigned. I have very few assigned right now, so I don't know how long that's going to last. That's how it is right now. All right, well, if there's nothing else, guys, let's not linger.
All right, y'all take care, guys.
Thanks. Bye-bye.